The conversation around women involvement in government has been ongoing for a while in different fora. However, the National Institute for Legislative and Democratic Studies, NILS, has convened this international conference in Abuja to address the challenges which have caused the declining rate of women in government in Nigeria. To set the tone for the conference, the Director General, NILS, Professor Abubakar Suleiman, highlights the low number of women in governance. According to him, the percentage of women representation in governance has not exceeded 10%.
The declining trend has continued despite the provisions of the National Gender Policy that 30% of elective and appointed positions be reserved for women. Numerous other official documents and statements of government and political parties set normative and policy framework for achieving gender inclusivity and equality.
The Minister of State for Labour and Employment, Nkiruka Onyejocha, as well as the wife of the former governor of Ekiti State, Mrs. Bisi Fayemi, point out what they see as the challenges to women representation and appeal to the leadership of the National Assembly to revisit the gender bills that failed to pass in the 9th Assembly.
I believe that before first half of this present 10th Assembly, that will have legislation on how to increase the number of women in parliament and in governance.
In order to address the current predicament we are in, we need to be prepared to look at the root causes of where we are and not focus on the symptoms. Having 3.5% of women in the National Assembly is a symptom.
The issue of gender disparity in Nigeria has been a recurring topic. According to the Gender Development Index, Nigeria's gender statistics as of 2019 stood at 0.88%, indicating underrepresentation of women in Nigeria. The leadership of the National Assembly is not happy about this statistic and commits to promoting gender equity legislation in Nigeria.
Let me assure Nigerians, and particularly women, that the 10th House of Representatives will do everything possible within the legislative powers of the House to ensure that women's proper representation are brought to light.
There is a need for us as a country that loves its women and wants them to grow, to first implement women-friendly policies by introducing quotas or targets to ensure a minimum level of women's representation in political institutions.
The clamor for more women in governance in Nigeria appears to have gone up a notch with this conference. Women advocates here are hopeful that solutions preferred will yield positive results of women inclusivity in governance in the country.